Over Cairns, and welcome to the 3-1 Southside Flyers against the 1-3 Perth Lynx. Wherever you might be right around Australia, very warm welcome to you. I'm Cam Luke, and joined in commentary tonight by Tracy Browning, WNBL legend, and someone just as excited to see what's going to be two great games still in the WNBL triple header today. We just watched Townsville get the job done. We'll talk more about that. Hello to you.
Thank you, Cam. Lovely to be here for the first two games in Cairns tonight. Really excited. This is the first game I've called the Flyers, so I'm excited about that, and I'm really excited to see what young Perth team can throw at them tonight.
And of course, the Cairns pop-up arena, traditionally a Bunnings, now got a basketball court in it, so we're going to see a new court tonight, and one that's going to be very exciting. We might start with the Southside Flyers because they have had, of course, a very nice start to the season. They're 3-1. They were brilliant in their win against Townsville on Thursday night, and they come in with a little bit, and we're going to talk more about this, of course, but they might be a little more refreshed. Missed the game on course of Tuesday with the Adelaide Lightning situation, and they're starting to hit their straps with a team that, while they are very full of experience, there are some new moving parts to this particular squad.
Yeah, look, we saw Liz Cambage dominate on the other night with 30 points, 31 points, 14 rebounds, and I think 6 blocks. And that's something we've come to expect from Liz, but she's got some great support in Jenna O'Hay, Beck Cole, Sarah Blitzarves, and Leilani Mitchell, who are all scoring, getting on the score sheet every game. So, but then again, we've got amazing experience on the bench with a couple of ex-Opals. So, yeah, they're going to be hard to stop tonight. But
they take on a Perth Lynx team that have been, well, they're only 1-3 when it comes to their win-loss record. The fact is they've played some really good basketball at different points. They're a young team, but they are continuing to flourish, and it's something that they've got to try and develop within the hub, but also try and get wins early. And this is a tough task, but one that, no doubt, with the way Perth have been playing, they should feel a little bit of confidence they can play well.
Oh, definitely. I was speaking to Ryan Petrick yesterday, and a focus for him and for the team is to have 5 scoring threats out there, so every single person to be a threat. And I know they've been working on that. They've played some really great games. They've had a couple of tough losses, so I know they're ready to throw everything at the Flyers tonight.
Katie Ebsbury, of course, leading the team with just under 19 points a game. And what we do it by committee traditionally, if you're a Perth Lynx fan, the fact is that she leads the way. And, of course, that's going to be a huge opportunity for her tonight against fellow Opals guards in a matchup that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think she's going to revel in playing against her fellow Opals guards. She's had a great season so far, and we're expecting more of the same from her tonight. But we're also expecting some big things from Darcy Garvin as well, which we'll touch on a bit later.
We most certainly will. Just earlier on the earlier game, if you did miss it, it was the Townsville Fire who beat Bendigo Spirit by 10. Shyla Hill's third period, when it was a double-digit lead for the Bendigo Spirit. Lauren Nicholson was great in the first half to really keep them in touch. Shyla Hill's third period was huge, and that's a big reason why the Fire, the home team, as much as they can be in this type of situation, that's why they get the win and continue on their way.
Yeah, look, we've come to expect those big scores from Shyla Hill, particularly this season. She's loving being the starting point guard, and she sets the tone for most of the game. And yeah, look, Bendigo were looking pretty good there in that first half, and then Shyla Hill just stepped it up a notch in that third quarter. Hit some long-range bombs and, yeah, got the Fire over the line.
Liz Cambage, we see there 31 points, as you touched on, 31 points, 14 rebounds, 6 blocks and 4 assists in that big win over Townsville on Thursday night. What have you made? We know she's one of the best players in the league. What have you made on her return to the WNBL so far?
Look, we saw her post-game interview the other night, the energy that came from that, and you can clearly see that she's loving being back in the WNBL, and she's dominating so far. Look, we're probably going to see a little bit of frustration from Liz, no doubt, during some of these games, and obviously it's going to be an opposition tactic to try and get under her skin a little bit, so it's going to depend on how she handles those situations, and I know she's been working on it with her teammates and her coach, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
And that's something she would have had to expect as well, due to the fact that she's the focal point, and every time she goes out onto the court, tonight's no exception, she is going to be the person that her opposition, I guess, player or players, are the ones that know if they can get under her skin, they can go a little way maybe of helping their team beat them.
Totally. Look, they'll try and get her in a bit of foul trouble early, and it's up to Liz to just keep her composure, keep her head in the game and get on with the job at hand. But having said that, Perth can't afford to just focus solely on Liz with all the firepower in the Flyers team. So it's going to be a battle of the defences. Cheryl Chambers told me yesterday that the Flyers are working really hard on their defence tonight. It was something that she addressed over the last couple of days, so we can probably expect them to come out aggressively on D.
There's a starting five for the Perth Lynx: Garvin, Chibotny, Sharp, Ebdry and Steindl starting for the Perth Lynx. And the Southside Flyers starting 5, Cole, O'Hay, Mitchell, Cambage and Blitzarves. It is the Southside Flyers v the Perth Lynx here from Cairns. We can't wait for it. A quick tip.
Quick tip, I'm going to go the Flyers.
Moments away here from Cairns. 3-1 Southside, 1 in Perth Lynx. Game 2 of our Chemist Warehouse WNBL triple header for you Saturday. Wherever you might be around Australia, we hope you are enjoying what has been a very fast and furious start to the Chemist Warehouse WNBL season. And it'll be no different tonight as we get into the action from Cairns. Cambage. First opportunity here for the Perth Lynx. He's sharp. Guarded by Blitzarves. What type of start can we see from Perth? Great move. Couldn't quite finish it after doing the hard work with Steindl. Now we're going to push the other way through O'Hay. Talking opals, and we will over the course of the night. Cambage for 3. They gave her the opportunity, gave her the shot, and it's down. It's a great start for Southside.
And you can't leave Liv alone out there. She can nail those shots, and she's come up with a big bucket to start with.
Here is Ebdry. He had a great start, just under 19 points a game to start the season, as we touch on. Garbutt for 3 to go straight back at. Nice little shoot as well. Basketballers around the country, WNBL or likewise, will enjoy the look of these rims at the Cairns pop-up as it's all tied up at 3.
Yeah, they certainly started off well, and hopefully we'll see a high percentage shooting game from both of these teams.
Here's Liz, Cambage, same spot. This one's a little bit short. Garbutt let her shoot it, was able to run the rebound down.
I don't know if the plan is actually to leave her open out there, Cam, and bring the others into the game.
Ebdry has Cambage on the mismatch. He trips over. Referee says it was your own shoelaces, so here's an opportunity at the other end. She's going to have to get busy. Shot clock is down to 3. Straight on 3 over Mitchell. And we spoke about the Opals guards match-up, and already we see it. 1 up for Ebdry with the 3, and that's a nice start for Perth.
And a little push in the back there from Steindl. Not much in that. And yeah, you say, Cam, the Battle of the Opals guards is going to be a pretty interesting one tonight.
Mitchell to Cole. She's able to just curl off the little screen. Can't hit the little short runner, and Perth will push the other way.
That's normally a bread and butter shot there for Coley. I'm sure she'll pick it up.
Straight away, they are 3 from 3, the Perth Lynx. From outside, Garvin's got a couple. She's up to 6. It's a nice start for Perth. The Southside through Mitchell the other way. Can't respond. Blitzarves keeps it alive. Leilani Mitchell for Southside. Shot clock down to 10. Goes off a double screen. Kicks it straight open. Rebecca Cole wide open. A little bit of a turned ankle on Thursday night. No ill effects there. She knocks down a 3. And from a shooting perspective, this is a great start to this game.
A great start. And a good look finding the open man, as we see there with Ebdry again on the cut. It's a great start by both teams.
Steindl gives it a little eye movement, and Ebdry is able to go back door. She's got 5. Now it's O'Hay at the other end. Cole just knocked one down. This time tries to take it to the ring. Blitzarves, 15-footer, nothing but net. And this is a very hot start in Cairns.
It is a very hot start in Cairns, which is exactly what we wanted to see.
Nice start. Here is Sharp trying to take it right at Blitzarves. She does. Takes a little bump. Nice D by Blitzarves. She's able to force her away from the ring. Mitchell, what a pass. O'Hay. Now it's Cambage. She just drops it off to Cole. Had 4 assists on Thursday night. That was not to be won there as Ebdry runs the other way, pulls up 15-footer. And this Perth team are full of confidence early. And it's an early 5-point lead for the Lynx.
And they did say they were going to come out and throw everything at the Flyers tonight. Ebdry leading the way.
She has 7. Cambage, her 3rd 3-point attempt of the night. This one again short. Chibatoni. Sharp at the top. Steindl just hands it off. O'Hay picked where she was going to go. A little bit body contact in doing so, and she'll pick up her first of the night.
Yeah, probably just a little bit late there on the anticipation. Big body foul. Not a lot in it, but nevertheless it was there.
And it leads to the first time out of the night, rather. Perth 13, Southside 8. Great start for the Lynx, and we spoke about the need for them to come out full of confidence, and they've done exactly that. Yeah,
they have. Ryan Petrick will be pretty happy with that start. And let's be honest, you know, they can't take a backward step against a team like this. They've got to show some confidence. They've got to take it to them, and it's paid off for them so far. 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. And we have seen a trend early in the WNBL Chemist Warehouse season as we... No audio. No, we were in there for a split second, and now we've come back out. We have...
And this timeout is Perth Lynx 13, Jayco Southside Flyers 8. 6:16 left on the clock in the first quarter. Jayco Southside Flyers on the Perth Lynx.
All right, in the first bit of that timeout, I heard Cheryl say we're not playing any D. So, and I know she wanted to work on their team defence tonight. It was something that she thought needed some improvement. And then towards the end, I think she was saying, let's not keep throwing it around the outside, get it in and out, inside-outside game, hit the open man.
A camera person living on the edge a little bit there, but was able to get a little bit of that. Thank you. Had a great start from the field, 5 of 7, including 3 of 3 from the three-point line. Here is Steindl. One extra pass. Wide, 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 wide open.
And that is beautiful offence there by Perth Lynx. And you're right, one extra pass, hit the open man, now the easy 2.
Sharp's able to knock another. They're 4 of 4 from the three-point line. 6 of 8 from the field, and they open up an 8-point lead. Here's Cambage. Single coverage. You can almost count that.
That's a great little spin move there by Liz. You can almost bank that bucket every time she does that.
Would you be doubling straight away in that position, Tracy?
Well, if they were going to come out aggressively like they said they were, then yeah, see how it goes for the first few minutes, and if it's not working, then stay on your man.
He's Sharp. Defense a lot better, as Cheryl Chambers asked for. Here's Ebdry. She's had a great start with 7. Does she make it 9? She doesn't. That's short. Mitchell with her first rebound, and they'll push again. Cross-court pass. Cole right in front of the Southside bench. That's off the iron. And
probably could have done with 1 or 2 extra passes on that play there. Get the ball through some sets of hands.
Garvin feeling it, still feeling it. That's down, right in front of the Perth Lynx bench. They're up, so well they should be. She has 9, and she's nailed her first 3. They are extremely hot earlier, Perth. Cambage, the other end, says it's not a 3, but it's a 15-footer. She steps into it off the dribble, and the lead is back to 7. She has 7 points. Sharp, no good. This time Garvin gets Cambage up off the offensive board. Couldn't kick it out. O'Hay with the hand. It's 1-on-1. It's 1-on-2, but O'Hay, she's up to the challenge, as was Steindl, and it will stay with the Flyers on the baseline.
O'Hay's had a couple of good games the last few games, and she's getting back to the player she was before she had a wrist injury just before the final series last year. So looking to have a big one from Jenna tonight.
4:28 to go, first period. Game 2 of the Chemist Warehouse WNBL triple header. If you missed the earlier game, it was the Townsville Fire by 10 over the Spirit. Blitzars curls off it. Couldn't quite knock it down. Amy Clydesdale into the game for her first minutes, having a good season so far. She's able to find Cambage. She's got 9, almost identical to the last shot. This time, given scant respect, that she's able to knock it down. Garvin, that's a heat check. Fair effort too, considering she's hit her first 3. Clydesdale lobs it inside. Couldn't quite get it to Cambage, but it will stay with the Flyers.
It's a bit of a shootout at the moment between Garvin and Cambage.
And it is something we've seen a fair bit of early season. Both teams, or all teams rather, happy to get up and down the floor and really keen to be aggressive.
Yeah, I know that's part of Perth Lynx's game. It is to push it up the floor at every opportunity, be aggressive, take it right at them, and it's working.
Eisenbarger into the game for the first time. Here's Blitzars. Here's Cambage. Coming off 31 on Thursday night. Has 9 early. Make that 11.
That was a beautiful little fake handoff there by Liz. Couple of extra dribbles, nice little jumper.
Tony right in, nice aggressive move. She scores her first 2 points of the night and restores the 5-point lead for the Lynx.
Tony's played some really valuable minutes so far this season, and she's looking to step up her scoring output, but she's done a great job in a couple of games off the bench.
Steph Blitzar's in for her action tonight as well. A couple of early turnovers for Cambage as we look at the good look. Couldn't quite get there. Rachel Jerry enters the game for Southside as well. Here's Ebsbury. What a pass to Garvin, who rolls to the bucket, takes the contact, able to finger roll it off the glass. She's having an outstanding start to the game. She's up to 11 and a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, she held her composure there, as you say, took the contact, laid in the easy 2 and 1.
Excellent pass.
And I think the Flyers just need to keep working a little bit harder on that help D in the key that Cheryl spoke about at that last timeout.
7.3 assist for Ebsbury early as well. Here's Clydesdale, turns down the open 3, uses the left-hand dribble to shoot the 10-footer, just leaves it a little long. And Perth not giving Southside second opportunities. That is a wonderful move. Spun away from the defence, gets all the way, no help defence.
That was
Ebsbury's got 9.
way too easy there from the Flyers. No help whatsoever on the split line. They need to address that quickly.
Jerry could see O'Hay, couldn't quite get it to its finger tipped out. And the double-digit lead, now a chance to grow it if you're Perth. 26-16, great start both offensively and defensively as we see it cause another turnover.
Yeah, Perth have definitely come out firing and aggressive. And here we see the Flyers up full court. And interesting to see that the 3 substitutions that the Flyers come in, you lose absolutely nothing. 2 ex-Opals. Amy Clydesdale would start on most other teams. A wealth of experience.
Ebsbury feeling it. Jerry Meta gave her 2 little bumps, but there's a double dribble. Referee said you did it illegally, so turnover. Their second of the night for the Lynx. Blitzars, Jerry, 3, long. Sarah Blitzars with the rear and the Steph. Back to Blitzars, Blitzars to Blitzars to Blitzars to net. It's down for 3. Took a little while, second chance opportunity. They make it count. That lead is back to 7 as Sarah Blitzars has 5 early on the night. Here's Burrow. Oh, good look. Couldn't quite get there. And now Southside are going to try and turn this into semi-transition. Blitzars to Blitzars, same spot.
Again.
Different result.
Just couldn't quite make that one drop there by Sarah Blitzarves. The Flyers are pushing it up the floor now every chance they get.
Jenna O'Hay just grabs Ebsbury. Stresses her frustration to the referee. That'll be her second.
Look, and it's smart play there by Ebsbury. It's a good, strong cut after the pass, drawing the D. Unfortunate there for O'Hay.
7-point lead, minute 42 to go. Steindl in. Garvin, who's had an excellent first period with 12 and a couple of rebounds. She'll take a seat.
Oh.
Here is Steindl, straight back into the action. Ebsbury uses that as the screen. Back to Steindl, wants to take Cambage off the dribble. In the end, fires out to Ebsbury, who's short. Rebound by Steindl, she tries to put it back up. That's no good. Blitzars with the rebound. That'll be her third. Chance here to cut back into this 7-point lead.
And that left Liz out on her own again.
They went short from...
I don't think that hit anything.
Steindl, third rebound. Clydesdale just picks it to Jerry, to Cambage. Little shooter's touch from about 6 foot. And they make them pay. The last 5 points are all been for the Flyers.
Yeah, and that's a result of that pressure defence that was spoken about at the last time out.
13 for Cambage in this first quarter. Here's Ebsbury. Off the screen, Steindl for 3. Use the pick and pop, no good. Cambage with the rebound, that's her third. Clydesdale likes to push it, this no different. "12-second differential. Blicavs says, I don't need to use the whole 24. That's off. Now Burrows is going to push and will hold it with the shot clock off. And give it to Ebsbury. Entertaining first period here from Cairns. Last opportunity for the Lynx. We've had a great start. Here's Ebsbury. Gets a little hand check from Jerry.
Yeah, another smart play there by Ebsbury, drawing the defence, a hard drive. Might have seen a little bit of a push off there offensively, but not much.
Shot clock is off, 5.6 as you can see to play. Ebsbury's going to get it. Guarded by Blicavs. Pulls up, 12-footer. That's off the iron, and that'll end the first quarter. A very entertaining first quarter at Cairns. The Perth Lynx, who led by 10 late in that period, but the last 5 points all to the Southside Flyers. Cambage with 13 leads all scorers. She's been great, as has Garvin with 12. Ebsbury been just as brilliant as well. But an entertaining first quarter. Tracy Browning, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, Perth came out aggressively, as we spoke about, got a good lead early up, and I know Cheryl Chambers wouldn't have been happy with that defence that was played there early in the first quarter, and so they stepped up their defence on a score, played full court, and managed to peg that lead back to just the 5 points at quarter time. But yeah, it's definitely been a terrific start by Darcy Garvin and Liz Cambage at both ends of the floor.
Let's go into the Southside huddle.
Take that away from those two, and we're in much better shape. Offensively, let's not just keep going. I know we're really good at shooting shots from the outside, but if Liz is free in there, throw it in, they'll double. She'll either score or she'll skip it to someone that will. Okay, we can't go there. That's what they want us to do. They want to look at the stat sheet at the end and say, oh, we made them take 4,000 outside shots. Okay, so let's pump it inside. It doesn't mean it stays inside, then we move off it. Then we can go and defend again. Here we go, come on, girls. Southside Flyers!
Cheryl Chambers there just probably stating the obvious, I would say, and just telling the girls to move the ball around, get it inside to Liz. If she's double teamed, get it out to the open man. And just play some basic X's and O's and not keep jacking it up from the outside.
4,000 might have been a little over-exaggeration, but both teams have let it fly. 3 of 10 Southside from the three-point line in the first period. 5 of 9, including the first 4 for the Perth Lynx. And she did start that quarter-time huddle talking about how Garvin and Ebsbury like to catch and shoot, and that's something they were able to take away, which she wants them to do in the last little bit of that quarter.
Yeah, and it's Perth have been, the three-point line percentage has been low at 11%, so they've started well tonight from the three-point line, and they want to keep that up.
Last 5 points for the Flyers to kickstart a little mini revival to get the momentum. Cole, Clydesdale, Jerry, Steph Blicavs. The 4 Flyers I can see on the court. Sharp, Burrow,
That fifth one.
Garvin, Clark.
That's Liz.
It is Cambage. Yep. Kickstart the second quarter, 5-point lead for the Lynx. Clydesdale into Cambage, just like coach called up. Little bump, referee said keep going. In the end, Jerry gets that hand and it goes back to Cambage. She's got 15 and is the dominant force again.
Yeah, and that plays exactly what Coach Cheryl Chambers wanted them to do in that last timeout. Get the ball into Liz for the easy bucket or pass out to the open man.
Is Burrows, little pick and pop. That one doesn't go. Garvin with 12 points in the first quarter. Couldn't add to it there. Here's Blicavs. Cambage feeling it. Again, Steiner was just able to inch underneath her. Cambage thought it was a foul. Either way, Lynx waits to go the other way when Clydesdale's able to get a hand on it and push it straight down their throat. Kicks out to Cole, turns down the 3. Blicavs won't. That's down, 8 straight points. Make that 10, and we're all tied up at 26.
There's great offense there from the Flyers. Ball went through a couple of couple of sets of hands and found the open man wide open on that three-point line and knocked it down.
And that's what Cheryl Chambers spoke about as well. Early on going inside to Cambage, it changes the way the Lynx are going to play defensively and it leads to stuff like that.
Absolutely. You want to get the defence collapsing on inside and leaving the open men out on the perimeter, which is what they weren't doing early on. But they seem to have made that adjustment. Let's have a listen to Ryan Petrick.
The action. So worst case, it's not our playbook, we double drag it. Best case, you go away, get Liz in the on-ball. Like make her guard that. She's going to be in a drop, which means we have pick and pop all night long. But I need her in the actions. So again, hence why Celtic before was good. But again, strong one, get it from side to side, make sure she's seeing post. Save that from there. Again, she starts down here, token side pick and roll, comes off it, throws a bullet with the seal. That's the one we got to take away. We talked about during practice.
If she sits down low against flow, remember we want to try and deny that pass back.
One down, she stays down, one up.
Guy three.
Well, from what I can make out of that, Ryan wants to work on the pick and pop and make Liz play defence up there at the top of the key, take her away from the basket. And then if she's sitting down low, get that double happening.
15 points, 5 rebounds. We're only early into the second quarter. All tied at 26. Last 10 points have all come from Southside. Steindl, long way from the bucket, guarded by Jarry. Garvin going to screen and roll. Clark goes to the baseline, might have dribbled it off the foot, in fact does. So another turnover for the Lynx. They've given it up 6 times now.
Yep, the old foot dribble. I think I'd rather throw it out of bounds on the full than the old foot dribble. We've all done it.
Gia Batoni on. Here's Cambage, got 15.
Oh, tough.
Takes the contact, could not finish it. As it rims out, she'll go the foul line for a couple.
Yeah, that's a tough, strong move and so hard to stop. Gets herself to the line.
A couple of fouls now, as you can see. Steindl's got a couple, so Cambage leaves the first one a little short. And can't battle home the second, goes 0-2. Screams a little bit of frustration. And now Perth. Trying to end his scoring drought. Just bordering on a bit over 4 minutes of playing time.
Yeah, Perth's outside shooting's been a little off the last couple of minutes, but that's probably due to the Flyers' aggressive defence, getting up in their grills a bit more.
Cambage, Clydesdale can't finish it. Steindl with her 4th rebound, now they'll push. See if they get something in semi-transition, they can't. Sharp goes straight past Betcole, straight to the bucket. Had a little gimme, in the end did all the hard work. Garvin was there to be able to clean up. She's got 14, and that ends a long scoring drought, but Southside straight back the other way. Cambage misses the first one, cleans up her own miss, lets the referee know there should have been a foul. She's up to 17, we're tied at 28. Garvin gets Cambage in the air, gets all the way to the bucket. That takes the bump. Couldn't finish it. She'll go the foul line for a couple.
I think we see a help defence probably a little bit too late, or perhaps a little bit non-existent. Something they've got to really work on.
Darcy Garvin having a wonderful night. She's up to 15. Started the game 3 from 3 from the three-point line. And she goes 2 from 2 from the foul line there. Steindl will take a seat with her couple of fouls. Jarry takes a seat also with 2 fouls. Blitzarv's back on for the Flyers. Cole to the bucket. Great finish.
And that's Bet Cole's bread and butter, that hard drive to the basket. She would do that all night if you let her.
Sharp. Looking. Edwards gets deep into the bucket. Again, probably did the hard work. Couldn't quite finish it. Cambage with the rebound. That'll be her 7th. Steph Blitzarves goes away from the Cambage screen. Little pick and pop. Off the iron. Sharp with the rebound. And they're going to try and push. She's got a couple of rebounds early.
That was the right shot to take there for Liz. She was wide open. The play was run for her. Just couldn't make it drop.
Giabatoni, a little step back. Blitzarves. And after a very hot start, they've gone a little bit cool, Perth. Cambage, no double team. Goes away from any possible double team, straight to the baseline, able to kiss it off the window. And her big night continues. She's up to 19 to go with 7 rebounds. And the Flyers have the lead. Giabatoni gets around Cambage gets around way too easy again. What Cheryl Chambers was stressing earlier was there was no defense, no help defense, and that's a perfect example there.
There was certainly no split line help on that play. Cheryl won't be very happy about that. As we see Sarah Blitzarves nail an easy, was that a 3?
Just inside the 3-point line. She's got 7. Clydesdale with that tenacious defense just takes it straight from Giabatoni and lays it in. On the left, might have pulled up a little proppy as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here's Esri at the other line, but it's going to be the other way. It's going to be an offensive foul on Edwards. Wasn't set on the screen, and that'll be a turnover. Yet another one. Number 7 for the Lynx in his first quarter as we have a look.
Oh. Yeah, that was definitely moving.
Oh, you agree?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely didn't have position.
Burrows back in. Giabatoni takes a seat. Cambage takes a seat as well. She's had a wonderful first half. 19 points, 7 rebounds. And you see it there, 8 turnovers for the Lynx, only to the 3 for the Flyers. So giving the game, giving the ball and too many opportunities to the Flyers, who now lead by 4 after they trailed by 10. Mitchell, great look inside to Cole. Waited for the defense. Garvin was brilliant. Cole gets it back, this time in a little fadeaway.
And that's where we see Beck Cole's 3x3 experience come to the fore there. Gets up, gets in the paint, gets a shot up, gets after a Ray rebound and makes it.
Sharp couldn't get that to fall. Blitzarves with their 4th board, and the Flyers will push. Here is Cole. Tries to take on Burrows. Mitchell. Goes away from the Sarah Blitzarves screen, now wants to use it. Gets a little mismatch, pulls up over Garvin. And from 17 foot, is able to rattle it home. Leilani Mitchell scores her first of the night. The lead is 8. There's no doubt the Perth Lynx coaching staff want to have a chat about it.
Yeah, Leilani Mitchell's got such a sweet shot there. Pull-up jumper. And yeah, they'll definitely want to have a chat about that. Last few defensive plays. Oh, here we go. Can we hear him?
16 on the clock. Like, I don't mind that shot. 1, it's just not worth enough. 2, we have a nightmare trying to rebound it again. So I don't want the long 2 at 16 seconds. It's a bad shot. Again, offensively, I want to get into more pistols actions. And again, pace out of it. I wouldn't mind going into a Nash action first. So getting into quick actions, and then again, head on rim or open 3s. Again, settling for way too many long 2s right now. We have a bad set. Again, I want to come down into something. Instead of coming down to random action, we have 2.5 minutes of random action after random action. All pistols. Again, head on rim. Again, play out some free throws. Let's go.
I think Ryan was saying early on there, that long range shot with 16 seconds to go is not the shot they are looking for. They want to get that couple more passes, get the open shot, take some time off the clock.
If you are just joining us on this WNBL Chemist Warehouse triple header tonight, it was a 10-point win for the Fire early. The Spirit had a double-digit lead earlier in the game. Shyla Hill was huge with 22. Lauren Nicholson had 20. And tonight, if you are just joining us as well, it was a 10-point lead in the first period for the Lynx. Great pass inside from Ebdry. Eisenberger was able to finish it. But that's all gone now, as you can see, and the lead is 6 for the Flyers. O'Hay. Mitchell. Goal. Uses the busy screen. Now wants to use the dribble. Gets deep into the key. In the end, it was a bit of a tough shot. Rebound, again busy, out to O'Hay. Second chance points. And it leads to a 20-footer, and it's back to an 8-point lead.
Great to see Beck Pizzi coming in and playing some valuable minutes. She's been she was on the Flyers roster last year as well, probably played a bit of a backup role to Mercedes Russell, and she's getting her opportunity now and relishing it.
Great take. Burrows straight to the bucket. Much better coming out of the timeout for Perth. Here's Cole, the other end. That was much better as well. That finds bottom of the net. She's in a double figures. She has 10. And they're firing on all cylinders now, the Flyers, after a slow start. The lead is 9.
Yeah, Rebecca Cole's definitely feeling it. She's confident out there.
Ebdry right at Mitchell. She's able to get it to fall as well. She's in the double figures with 11. An entertaining, free-flowing first. Great pass. Mitchell to Pizzi off the little screen and roll. Just able to lob it up. She was able to take it. She scores her first points. Well executed by the Flyers.
They're definitely executing their offensive sets a lot better in this quarter. Cheryl Chambers will be really happy with that. They just got to fix up the defensive end.
Sharp looks inside, couldn't get there. Now it's Ebdry, top of the key. Wants to take Mitchell again. Takes a little bump. Couldn't get it to work. But the aggression from Ebdry, it's fun to watch right now as she goes at her Opals squad member as well, Leilani Mitchell.
And we see there again the help defense not quite there, not quite in position.
We've seen the best on show tonight. Cambage with 19, Garvin with 16, Ebdry trying to add to her 11, Cole's up to 10. First one is down. As is the second, she has 13. And as a coach, Tracy, anytime you have a timeout and you haven't got the momentum, and then your team comes out and is able to execute like Perth have, as well as Southside, but Perth in particular, as Jenna O'Hay goes for 3 here, Ryan will be very happy with what's happened in the last minute or two from a Lynx point of view.
Yeah, he'd be very happy with that. And and I know he's spoken many a time, he wants to have 5 offensive threats out there. He doesn't want the play just to come from 1 or 2 players. Everybody needs to contribute.
Ebdry on Busy, tried to find Steindl and ended up just finding the hand to close up. She wants to run the other way, little bounce pass, O'Hay, left-hand layup, the lead's back to 9, and again, turnovers. That's now 9 in the first half for the Lynx, and it's leading to easy semi-transition buckets for the Flyers.
And another foul on Mitchell there.
And you speak about the Lynx wanting to have 5 offensive contributors at all time. You can see the confidence. Burrow's a perfect example again. We see her score only a moment or 2 ago. So all players on the court feel like they have the confidence to have the green light and attack the game.
Yeah, they've obviously been told to take it to them whenever they get the chance. Don't be scared to shoot it. Don't be scared to take it to the rack. So we see Jenna O'Hay get a good steal there.
Blitzar's back to O'Hay, a little give and go. And that's going to count, and 1. Ebdry came late, too late. O'Hay was able to kiss it off the window and count. She'll go the foul line for 1 more. Talk us through this, Trace.
Oh, well, it's just a beautiful little handoff by Sarah Blitzarves there. Sarah probably could have taken that shot herself, but decided just to hand it off to O'Hay for the easy 2.
Foul was on Sharp. Ebdry was there as well, but it was on Sharp. And because it's after the shot, she landed. Just going to retain the ball. Not an N1 opportunity, but a chance for the Flyers to add even more. Here's O'Hay, thought about the 3. Great little pass inside to Pizzi. She kicks it out. Mitchell to reset. 5 on the shot clock. Looking. Oh, hey, straight on 3. Long rebound. Mitchell tried to run it down. So did Edsery. Referee's unsure.
And
As am I.
I am too.
But I'm going to
Flyers
guess
ball.
it's going to stay with the Flyers.
Yep.
It is, and wasn't much of an argument from the Lynx 5, so must have been on the money. O'Hay to inbound, 11-point lead for the Flyers. Mitchell, they went underneath the Blitzarv screen, it was dangerous, that rolled out, that come off Blitzarv's hand, yes it did.
Couldn't quite get that to drop there from Mitchell. She's such a good shooter from that range. She'll keep taking that, no doubt.
Here's Edsery, 13 in the first. Burrows inside, great look. Garvin's big night continues. She's got 18.
It's a beautiful, strong move there from Garvin. And again, we can always see that the Flyers help defence, but just that little bit too slow.
Blitzarves for 3. That's Sarah. That's bottom of the net. She's in the double figures now. She's got 10.
And we love seeing that from Sarah Blitzarves.
Edsery, Steindl, Rim, Clydesdale. Shot clock is off. Mitchell works both screens. Shot clock is not off. Rather, there's a 1 second differential. Here's Blitzarves. Wants to take it to Sharp. Step back. 18-footer. Off the iron. Going to have 6 seconds to make it work. Burrows is going to be for the Lynx. She pushes. Kicks it out. Sharp for 3. That's a little short. Steindl on the rebound. Split second late. That will not count. And that will end the first half in a very entertaining clash that at one point see the Lynx led by 10 points. But the Southside Flyers led by Cambage is 19 in the first half. We'll see them with a 12-point lead. 54-42 and what has been a very entertaining first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it has been very entertaining. And I think the Flyers did well in that last sort of 5 minutes while Liz Cambage was sitting down, and they maintained their lead and kept their cool, stepped up their defence, although I know Cheryl Chambers will probably be talking to them at halftime in the rooms about their split line D. It just hasn't quite been there tonight. Even though they spoke about it before the game, it was something they really wanted to work on. They need to address that.
54-42, it's a 12-point lead after the first 20 minutes for the Southside Flyers. A great 20 minutes, the Southside Flyers with the 12-point lead, 54-42. As the Lynx who came out the most aggressive. The first 4 3-pointers all found bottom of the net in what has been a very fun and entertaining game. 54-42, 12-point lead for the Flyers. And this has been very fun to watch and exactly what we need to see from the Perth Lynx when, on paper, they're obviously going to be the underdogs. The way they're taking the game on, they're having with confidence. And to run it at the Flyers has been very, very fun, hence why we have an entertaining game.
Oh, it's been fantastic, and Coach Ryan Patrick would be very happy with his team. They threw everything at the Flyers in that first half, and they got a good early lead. We saw Darcy Garvin come out and shoot the lights out, and it was sort of the Darcy Garvin and Liz Cambage show there for the first 5 minutes. But yeah, Ryan Patrick would be very happy with that start.
Cambage with 19, Garvin with 18, and let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse highlights. And this is how the game started, and they've allowed Cambage to have those shots, and it's come back to haunt them a little bit because she got a bit of momentum. Edsery started so brilliantly as well. She's had a great first half with 13. But Leilani Mitchell, they were just able to find the open shots. Beck Cole was able to knock it down, and Cheryl Chambers spoke about going inside and opens the outside, and that's what we're able to see.
Yeah, there's some good inside-outside play there from the Flyers in the first half. And we see Edsery there again. She was incredibly tough in that first half, finding the open man there. Extra pass, easy 2 from the corner. Both sides have played some really good basketball in this half, and I think the difference has been that perhaps Perth just couldn't capitalise on their shooting percentage was a little off there late in that second quarter, but I'm sure that'll change after half time.
Liz Cambage, of course, at 19, so aggressive here. And when she's able to do this, she builds the momentum and the confidence. And when she's coming off the dribble, it's almost nothing you can do. And Ebsbury down the other end as well. Great move there to get away from Clydesdale, who then came back the other way and said, I'll just snatch that. And it led to a nice little jumper from Cambage. But I really like the confidence and the aggression. This is something that I think we've seen a lot in the whole start of the Chemist Warehouse WNBL season. These teams are backing themselves in. They're having a lot of fun, and it's leading to entertaining basketball.
Yeah, and it's been fantastic to see a lot of the young kids, not just in these two teams, but in all the teams. They've come out and taken it up to the veterans and grabbed their opportunity with both hands, and it's really working for them, and it's just so good to see.
Talk about veterans. Beck Cole, she's got 10 in the first half as well, 3x3, as you know, and then the Opal squad member, and Leilani Mitchell, well, this is her first bucket of the night, and that kind of tells you how well the Flyers are going when Leilani Mitchell doesn't hit her first bucket of the night until late in that second quarter, and it has led to a 12-point lead. Something we spoke about pre-game, and we're seeing it right now. Cambage with 19, 18 for Darcy Garvin, who we're going to talk about more in a moment. But if you look at that, the percentage still shooting a fairly high clip, but they started around the 70% in the first 7 or 8 minutes. So they have cooled down a bit, the Lynx, and Southside have been able to take advantage of it. But I want to point out to you, Trace, 10 turnovers to 3. It's hurting the Lynx when you're giving opportunities away.
Oh, it certainly does. And the Flyers stepped up their defence there in that second quarter and, forced the turnovers, and I think that's something that Ryan Petrick will want to address at half-time.
We'll have a look at Darcy Garvin, of course, a 2-time winning championship player at the Townsville Fire, now at the Perth Lynx, part of the Opal squad. Like the way she plays her game and has been able to today be great against Liz Cambage. And this is what she did from the very start. She stood out, she stepped out, and she went bang. And her confidence just continued to grow from there.
Yeah, it's great to see. And Darcy Garvin got her first sort of Opals call-up during the Asia Cup last year or last season. And it's great to see her part of the Opal squad for the 21 Olympics, and we hope she can get there. If she keeps playing like this, she certainly will.
Just takes a little bump as well. And her ability to be able to do that as well, because of the makeup of her game, when she is shooting the ball so particularly well at the start, it just opens everything up. And then there you go inside, just being able to kiss it back off the window and the putback from the sharp miss. It just opens up the whole floor, and that's a perfect example of that. Aggression, got Cambage up, and then was able to take the hit and get to the foul line for a couple of freebies. And, of course, 18 points in the first half. It's a huge reason why the Perth Lynx had such a great first half, 54-42, and Liz Cambage with 19. Darcy Garvin right on the cusp of an Olympic team, of the Opals team. She has 18 at halftime.
Yeah, and we spoke about her coming out strong, and not only does she open it up for the others when she penetrates inside, but she can nail that outside three too, so she's dangerous from all aspects. It
is a triple header right around the country in the Chemist Warehouse WNBL. We might have a little look at what happened earlier in the night, because the Bendigo Spirit, still searching for that first win, take on the home team in the Townsville Fire. There's Lauren Nicholson, who started the game pretty hot and kept them in it. In the first half, at least, there's Carly Ernst, who's having an outstanding season so far. But Bendigo's first half, they built that double-digit lead, and Townsville really had to dig deep.
Yeah, you're right, and you're right, they are the home team at the moment. And look, I think everybody would have liked to have seen Bendigo get their first W of the season, and they started out beautifully. But it wasn't to be, and Charlotte Heel fired up in the third quarter and got them back in the lead, and they never really looked back from there.
Tessa Levy was brilliant, and we keep talking about these type of matchups. There is Heel, just able to find Murray, who just goes bang, and this is when they got going. And Charlotte Heel, just that confidence, that little step back, toe on the line there. Her dad won't be happy that she couldn't quite get the knife behind for the three-pointer, but Akuso's getting more and more confident coming back from that ACL, and we've seen it again tonight. And Townsville's ability to dig deep. They're a young team, so to be able to handle the Spirit play so particularly well and not panic is a big reason as to why they were able to get the win. But Lauren Nicholson in the first half, Shiloh Hill in particular in the third quarter. But I give a shout out, Tessa Levy is having an outstanding season so far. Again tonight, she's leading the league with 8 assists a game. She had 11 tonight. We talk about young teams. Bendigo are right on the cusp of being one of the youngest, but Tessa Levy leading by example, even though it hasn't led to a win yet.
Yeah, that's right. And Tracy York's put together a young team, and they're a good young team. And Tessa Levy, as you say, is having a great season. A good Richmond girl as well, like we spoke about earlier, her and Monconti. But yeah, it's great to see Tess having a good season, and I'm sure she's going to carry that form through for the rest of it.
Just like 2020, we probably weren't expecting to get through a Chemist Warehouse WNBL season without COVID rearing its head, and unfortunately it has happened in the last 5 or 6 days, and it's directly affected the Adelaide Lightning team, not just the girls, but all the off-court crew as well, the coaching staff. So, and a lot of people have said this already, but a big shout out. Our thoughts are with you, of course, as you continue to go through quarantining in your hotel rooms. I do see on Instagram they're working their backsides off. There's lots of gym equipment and stuff as they go through this, but must also be commended the WNBL and what they've been able to do in the last couple of days, because that conversation about how was this going to work going forward in the condensed season, it was going to be well and truly too hard for the Adelaide Lightning girls to come out of quarantine without any training, to just jump on the court and play all these games continually. And the WNBL, of course, the 14 games per team dropped down to the 13. There's been some changes, there's been some restructuring. We might have a quick look at what the announcements have been made in the last 24 hours, but they deserve to be commended again, because it wouldn't have been easy on the fly. 2020 has thrown us some stuff, and this is the changes of it. Of course, the Caps and the Flames, Lightning and the Fire, Boomers and the Lynx, the Fires and the Spirit, but they've done a wonderful job to make this as fair as they possibly could in the circumstances.
Yeah, the WNBL and Basketball Australia have collaborated with all the stakeholders, all the teams, and I think they've come up with the most fair and equitable decision in every team losing a game. It's not ideal, but Adelaide would never have been able to make up those 3 games in the back end of the season, and I think in the last week they had 5 games in 7 days, so I think this was the best option. So, you know, hats off to the WNBL, and they had to make that decision very quickly in the space of 24 hours, and they've really done the best thing for the whole competition.
No doubt at all. So to be able to do that, and of course we continue to talk about it, the Adelaide Lightning, who have had an outstanding start to the season as well as the frustration of being stuck in a hotel room and riding this out. Of course, it's something isn't of your fault. The very fact is there'll be frustration added to that, because it stalled the momentum that they'd built quite quickly, and were well on their way to continuing to do what they had done early, and that's play great basketball. Yeah,
well, they knocked off the reigning champs in the first round in overtime, which was a fantastic start to the season, and we all saw that. So yeah, it is an element of frustration, and I think we all feel for the Adelaide Lightning, the players, the coaches, and the staff. But look, they'll get it back together, and they'll use this week to recoup and regroup. And yeah, when they come out again, hopefully they'll get a few wins on the board.
Trace, I want to be honest, with all these games in a 6-week season, I have no idea what is round 1, what is round 2, when round 3 starts, and we're still talking about round 2. But there are still a couple of games to go in round 2. So I asked the crew at the back to make it simple for me, because I'm a simple guy. So this is the rest of round 2 before we start round 3. The Sydney Uni Flames and the Caps not too far away in Cairns as well. So we look forward to taking you through that shortly. And tomorrow, the Boomers and the Fire to go at it, and 2 very highly rated teams there. So 2 big matchups in the next 24 hours that are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm particularly looking forward to the Boomers-Townsville game. I think Townsville are playing so well at the moment. They've got their young team, they're playing aggressively, and they're not taking a backward step against anyone, so that's going to be an interesting one.
I'm looking forward to seeing Jade Melbourne, like I think the rest of the country is right now, in about an hour's time. The Capitals, 18-year-old, so great offensively. We'll talk about what she's been able to do from a statistical point of view later, but defensively she's so great. And sometimes when a player is playing really well offensively, the defense kind of gets forgotten in the background. She's a huge part as to why the Caps have started so well. And now, could be wrong here, but I've been reliably informed that she finished Year 12 this week as well. So
yes,
not only is she dominating on the court, but she's also finishing a Year 12 study. So looking forward. If that is her playing with the stress of Year 12 exams,
imagine
where's she going to go next?
Exactly right. And you're right, that's the correct mail. She finished her last Year 12 exam a couple of days ago. Supervised by Kelsey Griffin, her teammate.
Hopefully
who was
not
also
assisted.
a teacher. No. He was also a teacher, so yeah, that comes in handy. But yeah, it's fantastic to see Jade Melbourne coming of age.
And looking forward to seeing her a little bit later on in the third game of our triple header. Right now, let's go back to Cairns. It's a 12-point lead at halftime for the Flyers. (54-42), Cambage has 19, 18 for Garvin as we're underway. Third period. Ebsbury takes it right on Cambage in the mismatch. Couldn't finish. Was worried out of it.
perhaps a little ambitious there over the long arms of Cambage.
Cole, cross court. O'Hay, 3. Net. Great start for the Flyers. Great cross court pass from Cole. And that leads out to 15. She's up to 9. Her first 3 of the night is down.
And that's just exactly the kind of start Cheryl Chambers would have wanted from the Flyers. And a great start for O'Hay as well.
Steindl couldn't thread the needle to Sharp. Blitzarves hits it out of court, so it'll stay with the Lynx. Sharp to inbound, looking. This time O'Hay in the passing lane, so we'll start again.
So obviously at halftime, Cheryl Chambers would have tried to address the defensive issues they had in that first half. So I think you can see some aggressive D here from the Flyers.
Tony over O'Hay. Shot clock was getting down to 4. That's nothing but air. Now it's Cole. They'll push. She couldn't find anything but the Botany hand, and now we'll go the other way. Great pass inside. Ebsbury looking. He's sharp. Got the little mismatch on Mitchell. Draws a double team now. Kicks it out. 2 straight air balls from the Lynx to start the third quarter. Isn't what they wanted. But they'll get it back with 8 on the shot clock.
Yeah, not your ideal start. But they'll get through a few more offensive sets and get a little bit more confidence.
Steindl tried to find Giappatoni. That wasn't anywhere near it. Another turnover. That's now 10 for the game, and this time it's deep to Cambage. She just had to work to get almost under the bucket. Leilani Mitchell knew where to put it. She's got 21. The lead is 17, and the Lynx need to find something quickly. Giappatoni, nice little reverse. Kisses it off the window. She's got 6, and they needed that.
Yeah, that was a good strong drive to the hoop. Sarah Blitzov just couldn't get there. Little step around reverse layup.
Mitchell bounces it. Cambage thought about it for a split second. Off the iron. Long rebound to Cole, who was able to take it straight at Steindl, who I think might have just picked up her 3rd.
Strong drive to the hoop there by Cole. He took the contact, got herself to the line.
That will be her 3rd. First is good for Beck Cole. Lead at 16. Cole has 12. Garvin with 18. Paces the Lynx. Ebsbury right at Mitchell. Takes a little bump. Nearly put it perfectly into the jumper.
There was a beautiful pull up there from Ebsbury. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Oh, Mitchell with a bullet-like pass. Couldn't quite find Blitzarves. Now Ebsbury the other way. Semi-transition. Wasn't overly pretty. In the end, it led to Cambage just reaching in and accidentally slapping Ebsbury. First foul for Cambage. Might be her 2nd.
Yep, just a bit too slow there. Lazy hand in on the drive.
Clark comes in. Sharp goes out. Steindl stays with the 3 fouls. Garvin. Giappatoni underneath. Nice move. Couldn't get it to finish. Was soft off the rim. Just came off. Cambage, they've given her that shot all night. This time she turns it down. Mitchell, a little hesitation, Jewel. So good.
Oh.
Right, that was a tough pass from O'Hay. It was going to make Cambage have to go and get it. And even then, it would have been ambitious if she had been able to.
Very ambitious.
Oh, Ebsbury just shakes O'Hay out of her shoes. Couldn't knock it down after doing the hard work from 15. And O'Hay comes back with her 2nd rebound. Cole. Mitchell. Been a little stagnant in offense, the Flyers, in the last minute or 2. This time it's going to be off the Cambage screen. O'Hay for 3. That's off the iron. Garvin with her 5th rebound.
Neither team finding the bottom of the bucket from long range at the moment.
Chibatoni with the lazy pass. Cole got a hand to that. Leto, hey, back to Cole, takes the contact and one. 3-point opportunity now, the old-fashioned way for Beck Cole.
And that's where we see again her 3x3 experience come to the fore. Takes that body contact with her shoulder and goes up for the easy lay-in with her right hand.
Her core strength, her body strength there was able to play through the contact. And if you're going to foul in that situation, you've got to foul hard enough to make sure it doesn't lead to this, which is now a 3-point play opportunity. Nails the foul shot. 15 points for Beck Cole, having a very nice night. Burrows in for Perth, lead at 20. Emsbury inside. Lovely move. Clark just into the game, was able to use the eyebrow fake. Nice little ball fake, then get off the one dribble for the finger roll.
Emma Clark's been a good little addition to this team. She's come in and played some great minutes so far in the first few games and contributing again tonight.
Jerry drew the triple team, kicked it out to Cole, who's having a big quarter. She's up to 18. 8 points already here in the 4 minutes played in the third period.
And Beck Cole is averaging 15 and already got 18. And we see, almost a lay-in.
Leaves it off the rim. Garvin makes sure of it. She gets her first point to the third quarter as well. But it's, as you were saying, Tracy, it's sometimes pick your poison when you're guarding Southsiders. Cole's feeling it at the other end. As well she should. 10 in the pick.
A great third quarter, Beck Cole. She's come out on fire. They need to adjust.
Full court pressure again leads to a turnover for the Lynx. Yet another one. "13 turnovers for the Lynx. That led to a wide open shot. All of a sudden that lead is 24. Rachel Jerry goes bang. And it is, as I just said, pick your poison when you've got Opals or former Opals coming off the bench for this Flyers outfit.
Cheryl Chambers would be much happier with that opening third term in the last few minutes. Their defence has been more aggressive, helps Ben better, and down the other end they've been nailing that open shot and finding the open man. A few good, great passes in there to Liz under the hoop and easy lay-ins.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so just mid-range, carry your hand, just asking us to fall. Okay, let's get this jamming and you can go under if you want. Let's get up, point guard just wants to ball up there. So let's, if she's working hard, everyone on the lanes, in the lanes, get some steals and we go. Nice work. Yeah, let's go. Next point. We go. Southside Flyers. Okay, pick the tee up.
As we hear there, Cheryl wants them to play lanes, so that's getting the hand in the lanes, not allowing that pass. Not allowing the pass, second pass, and she's talking all defence in that timeout. So I know she was keen to, before the game, to work on defence, get it up to scratch. Has been a lot better in this third term.
24-point lead for the Flyers. They trailed by 10 halfway through the first quarter, but since then it's been all Southside. Burrows trying to get to Garvin, now she does. Guarded by Cole. Another turnover. And you talk about that passing lane, that's what they were able to do again. 14 turnovers for Perth tonight. Cole has owned this third quarter. She's got 10 in the quarter, couldn't make it 12. Emsbury wants to push. Great pass, excellent pass. Garvin beat everyone down over the fingertips of Blitzarv. She's up to 22.
Yeah, we want to see more of that from Perth, pushing the ball up the floor like that. That was a great job from Emsbury. Great running by Garvin. As we see Sarah Blitzarv's another long-range three.
Cheryl Chambers spoke about the fact that she didn't want them to have 4,000 three-point attempts, but they're now 10 of 22 from the three-point line. So while they've taken 22, they are shooting it at a nice clip. And there's another turnover, this time in the form of an offensive foul.
And look, while their shots are dropping and they're hitting a high percentage, they've got to keep taking them. And even though I know Cheryl said we don't want to take that shot from out there every time, they're dropping and they're going in. So
because they're getting good looks.
Yeah,
so
that's
spoke
right.
about, they are getting nice open looks, which is something that if you're going to continue to find the open woman, it's going to lead to nice looks And that shooting percentage will stay. Monconti comes in for her first action tonight. Clydesdale into Jarry. Too deep. Great pass. Jarry scores. She's got the last 5 points for Southside.
It's nice to have a two-time Olympian on your bench, isn't it, to come in there and hit a few buckets?
Pulls up off the crossover. It is very nice. And she continues to re-find her feet by playing great in the last couple of games. Blitzarves this time wide open. Clydesdale was able to flick it back out. That's for 3. The lead is 30. Blitzarves' night, it continues to hum along. She's got 16. Ebsbury leaves it short. Jerry with the rebound. And this is getting ugly.
Yeah, I think Perth need to sort of regroup a little bit and rethink their offense. Get a few more people into the game.
Conti, Blitzarves, that one, speaking not aesthetically great looking, that was probably that shot. Burrows right at Blitzarves. Runs into the Jerry double team. Great pass inside to Garvin, who cut down the centre of the key, uses the left hand to give her 24 points.
That's great running of the lane there by Garvin.
Blitzarves hit her last one. That's no different. Bottom of the net. She's got 19. They can't miss right now, Southside.
Sarah Blitzarves is on fire out there.
11 of 24 from the three-point line. This time they try to force it inside. It's Blitzarves defensively.
She's getting it done at both ends of the floor right now.
And here she's at the other end. Bounce pass. Sister-in-law couldn't finish it. It'll come off the hand of Steph Blitzarves and it'll stay with the Lynx, who need to find something in the next 2 minutes here to try and gain a little bit of momentum going into the fourth quarter as they trail by 31 at the Cairns Pop-Up Arena. Garvin takes a seat. Conti just takes it straight from Clark. It looked fun, it looked creative. I don't think it was legal. It didn't look legal in the end. The referee said, no,
It did look good, but yeah, not quite legal at the end of it.
She saved it from going out, but it was across court. A little smile on her face. These defensive guards for Southside just work for the full 40 minutes as Burrows is able to beat that defense right on cue and get to the layup. It's not Mitchell. Blitzarves 3 in a row.
Oh, just wouldn't drop.
Did everything but drop. She's feeling it. She's got 19 on the night. If it's not Mitchell, it's Clydesdale. If it's not Clydesdale, it's Conti. Eisenbarger for 3. A little strong and it's sharp with the rebound. Now it's to take Blitzarves one-on-one, and she's able to use the offensive rebound to allow Steph Blitzarves just to get the hand in, and she'll shoot a couple from the foul line.
Yeah, great offensive boards there by Sharp and a beautiful spin move. Catching the arm of Steph Blitzarves.
Substitution,
83-54. Garvin leads all scorers with 24. Cambage has 21. 53% from the floor, the Flyers are. 46% from the three-point line, and being able to find the open shot continually. 20 assists to 11. And the 17 turnovers for the Lynx, giving opportunities for the Flyers to get it on the rim a little bit more as well. And it all leads to a 27-point lead right now for Southside. 3-1 on the season. Here's Blitzarves. Out to Ohe. Hand off to Conti. Turn down the 3. Then pops out. That one's off. Long rebound to Conti, and they
get another opportunity to set up their offense.
Great pass. Blitzarves thought about it. Clydesdale thought about it and shot it. It's going to stay with the Flyers from the baseline.
So we see number 12 out there for the Lynx, Jessie Edwards. Her father, Chris Edwards, was the 1989 Sandover medalist for the South Fremantle Football Club. There's a bit of trivia for you.
There it is.
Comes from a very sporting family, and her sister Kyla is a state netballer in Western Australia, so some good sporting genes in the Edwards family.
One of, and I'm sure that we continue to go through the Chemist Warehouse WNBL season, one of what feels like 95% of the league that is part of a very good sporting family. There's a lot of talent in this WNBL, and brothers, sisters, mums, dads. Conti for 3, no good.
Yeah, and it's just wonderful seeing the second generation of these women come through. And you know, I think we've got 9 or 10 of these women that their mothers have played in this league, and it's just wonderful.
All part of the storylines that is the 2020 WNBL Chemist Warehouse season. Pitsy for 3. That's the bottom of the net. Monconti able to use that speed to get into the key. Draws about 4 defenders, kicks it outside. Pitsy hits the 3. And they continue on their merry way to the Flyers as Sharp tries to stop that for a split second. She can't. O'Hay's going to get it. They're going to push. Conti uses the speed again. This time she couldn't due to, I think it might have been Clark's hand. Find an open teammate, so we'll stay with...
Great speed there by Monconti, and that's her game, isn't it? Just driving into that keyway, drawing the defence.
Blitzars able to feel for the contact. She was able to get it. Now she'll go to the foul line for a couple.
Now, I know we've spoken about this before, but Mon Conti is a dual elite sportswoman, playing for the Richmond Football Club in the AFLW, and now suiting up this season with the Southside Flyers.
AFLW Premiership player, of course, from a couple of years ago with the Western Bulldogs,
Yes.
and now trying to get the AFLW WNBL Premiership double.
And look, it's really a credit to both organisations to allow a player to follow their dreams in that way. And I know there's a little bit of crossover sometimes in training schedules and things, but I think it's a credit to both the Flyers and Richmond Football Club to allow Mon to pursue her dreams.
Busy keeps it alive, and Monconti turned down the open 3 to get a little bit of clock down and also able to use a little dribble to get a 16-footer. And that will end as Williams almost made the half-court shot, but that'll end the third quarter at the Cairns Pop-Up Arena, and it leads to a 36-point lead for the Flyers. And the 35 and 36-point lead was added to there by Monconti, who scored her first bucket of the night. Big lead for the Flyers, and this is an opportunity for the Flyers and the Lynx to work their way into more form, or find some form, find maybe the right outfit, structure, whatever it might be for this last 10 minutes, because this game is done and dusted from a win-loss perspective.
Yeah, that's right. And I think for the Flyers first up, this will be a chance for Cheryl Chambers to get those rotations happening. Most of the coaches that I've spoken to over the last week or so have had concerns about player management, the back-to-back games, the very short recovery time. So these opportunities here, this is where they need to manage their players, and we'll probably see quite a few rotations from the Flyers. And from Perth's perspective, this is a time to try something new, maybe some new plays. Although Ryan Petrick did tell me yesterday that he is, there's probably 4 or 5 teams in the league that are running some of the plays from the Opals playbook, and he chose not to go down that path. He wanted to be different. He wanted to run some different plays so that if he was running the same as everybody else, that their young team might not handle that kind of pressure. And so I admire that from Ryan, and he's certainly coaching this team the way he wants to. And let's face it, they've got 3 19-year-olds in this team, so they're really young. And I think they're doing a hell of a job so far.
And you talk about player management and finding moments, not just within the season, but within games, to be able to maybe find a little bit of extra time for your players. It's also, you mentioned the 3 19-year-olds. This is the opportunity for the players, not just from Perth, but all teams, to be able to stand up and put their hand up and, 1, earn more court time, and 2, that little bit of exposure as well, which comes with and adds to confidence when you get a chance to play minutes.
Yeah, and that's one of the beautiful things about the way the 2020 season has panned out. From a player's perspective, it's basketball heaven. You get to play, then you get a day off, then you get to play again. There's no training to speak of. You know, you might have a shoot around here and there, but this is a great opportunity. If you have a bad game, one game, forget that, get on to the next one.
Or in your day, you would have played and had 6 days, 7 days off. You would have been training and get back into it. So, no doubt, in what is a crazy WNBL season, of course, what a crazy 2020 it has been for so many. Playing time and time again as as O'Hay can't finish it. Clydesdale kept it alive for a split second. Parker Williams into the game. She pulls down her first rebound as well. Straight to the action. What a pass from Conti. And Blitzarves couldn't finish it. And it actually might be the only reason that it won't be in the top 10 plays of the week is the missed layup, because that was a brilliantly thread.
I'm going to be a stickler here and say that probably should have been a left-hand shot on the left-hand side of the key. Call me old-fashioned.
No. Here's O'Hay. Clydesdale. Nice little ball fake. Was able to get off the three-point line and lay it in for 2. She's up to 4.
Great to see Amy Clydesdale getting on the score sheet. She really stepped up last season when Jenna O'Hay went down with that wrist injury, and in the Flyers semi-final game against Adelaide, against her old team, she stepped up and scored 19 or 20 points in that game. So it's great to see Amy get amongst it.
That ball pressure that Cheryl Chambers was pleading for early in the game, again there leads to another Perth Lynx turnover. And they continue to turn it over. It's now 19 times on the night. Here's Conti. Blitzarves. Great D by Parker Williams. Blitzarves.
And that's Saray Taylor there on the court for the first time, number 6. She's been a development player for the Flyers last year, and before that, the Dandenong Rangers. Been in their program for quite a number of years. And she's another example of someone that's had an opportunity this season with more games, more minutes. So, and it's great to see her out there playing well.
Straight into the action as well, the old-fashioned, talking AFLW, hip and shoulder to a...
Yeah. Nothing wrong with
first foul.
an old hip and shoulder.
Clydesdale takes a seat. And in for the first time tonight, Amy O'Neill. Here's Blitzarves. And here she is. Bitsy couldn't find Blitzarves. It's been a little bit of a messy start for both teams to start the fourth quarter. Conti couldn't finish it. Looks like it might have come off the hand of Parker Williams.
Nisea Parker Williams, she's another young gun, another Perth girl, and I know she starred in the International Indigenous Tournament of 2019, so we're expecting a big future from her.
This is, of course, something as we look at the Conti, great pass. Outstanding pass to Taylor. First one a little bit short. Busy again, keeping it alive for that split second now. We'll push the other way to Lynx.
And you're right, it has got a little bit sloppy now at both ends, which is understandable. It's a big lead, lots of rotations happening.
Great hands by Conti, just into the hands of Williams, who goes right at her.
Oh, that's a great pass inside.
Excellent pass. Sharp couldn't quite finish it. Clark comes, tried to keep it alive for a split second, but then Conti. Handoff from Pizzi was brilliant to O'Neill. She's able to score her first points of the night as well. And
Amy O'Neill, another development player for the Flyers, who's been seeing some more minutes in this condensed season.
The three, Parker Williams couldn't hit it. Conti with the rebound. Now she's going to push, going to try and beat everyone down the court. Did a pretty good job at it. Goes all the way, pulls up from about 10 foot. That's off the rim. Williams with the rebound.
Normally a shot that Conti would make.
He's Sharp off the Eisenberger screen. Nice move. Clinch Hoycard, also Hoycard into the game as well.
And she's another young local Perth girl.
O'Neill again, been scrappy, so these coaches will be trying to make sure they still get through their sets. Great move, O'Neill. Great defense, though, Parker Williams. Here is Jewel Williams. Sharp, straight to the bucket. Takes a little 2-on-1. Pizzi with great defense.
That's great D there by Pizzi and Taylor. Blocking up the Kiwi, had nowhere to go.
Couldn't get it to Conti back door. She steps out for 3 and is able to knock it down. She continues. She's got 5. And that 3.9 for the Southside Flyers continues. Now 14 from 34. Williams takes a
Great
bump
drive.
and it counts. Great move from Williams. Able to get a step on Taylor, the defender, then was able to lower the shoulder, takes the contact, but able to power on up. And she'll go to foul line to try and complete a 3-point play.
And Williams is one of the 3 19-year-olds we've been speaking about. Fantastic to get an opportunity at this level so soon. It's come a lot quicker to a lot of these girls than it normally would have, which is wonderful. Gives me the opportunity to get some more experience at this level a lot younger.
And to be able to go, I know the situation and circumstances are so different, but to be able to be in this environment for the 6 or 7 weeks, the intensity that comes with it, learning how to be a little more professional as time continues.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's all about adapting to these situations, and some people adapt better than others. Some people love being in this situation, others might miss their families, or the routine might be too much for them. But yeah, look, it's all about how you adapt. And so far, everybody seems to be adapting beautifully.
Again, it's an effing game you're getting your backside kicked in right now. Again, first quarter, we hit some shots and we flew around. We stride up and we stopped. Hit, rebound, push out, and play with pace.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Strong one. Want to be in strong one.
Right, Patrick talking about the fact that the effort, regardless of the shots falling or not, should never diminish or cease, which he believes has a little bit. Of course, he spoke about the hot start and how the effort was up, and it has dropped. The intensity's dropped considerably since that first 5 or 6 minutes when they had that 10-point lead.
Yeah, look, no doubt they came out starting this. They came out very aggressively at the start of this game. They did everything right. Great defence, great offence. Darcy Garvin hitting all their shots, and unfortunately it's just dropped off. In that third quarter, their percentage went down a little.
3-point play finished for Williams.
And conversely, when Perth started to drop off, that's when the Flyers really stepped up and started nailing their long-range shots.
Conti couldn't hit it. Clark with the rebound, Burrows back in. Williams looks at Jarry, feels she can take her off the dribble, and does. Oh, great pass in the end. Little bump from Jarry. Williams was able to get all the way into the keyway. In fact, probably could have laid it up herself. It was a nice look to Sharp. Referee stopped it just before it got to that. Fouls on Jarry.
Probably not a bad foul there from Jarry. Stopped a certain layup.
Cheryl Chambers spoke in a timeout in the third quarter about getting into passing lanes. Another example of it there, leading to, well, not a turnover in this point, a deflection, and again the reset for the Lynx. So she'll be happy, Tracy.
She'll definitely be a lot happier.
As happy as a coach can be.
Yeah. Are they ever happy?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Off the iron from Sharp. Now it's O'Neill. Thought about it. Plus Pizzi inside. Great defense.
Great positioning there in the low block from Pizzi, but just couldn't get it over the arms.
Burrows splits the double team. Couldn't finish it. Now it's going to be Conti. She's got Taylor one way. She's got O'Neill the other. She goes to Taylor. Great defense.
Great block there from Emma Clark. Knocked that into the second row. Oh, great little spin move there from Amy O'Neill. Used her body beautifully off the high post and in for an easy layup.
Big short card, couldn't hit it for 3. Amy O'Neill, they got bumped on the weak side, picks herself up for the rebound. Now it's Conti continuing to attack, crosses it over, goes to the left hand, slicing with the speed through the defense, finishes it. She's got 7. And 100 points up for the Flyers again in this WNBL season.
Love seeing Conti's explosiveness on the offensive end. It's just great to watch. She's so quick.
Clinch card. Takes a little bump. Referee says that's a foul. So we have a little look at this as Pizzi just got her. Conti was about to strip her as well, but it'll stay with the Lynx.
That's a good little crossover move there from Wickhard.
Edwards back into the action. Taylor with the rebound. Now O'Neill surveys her options. Conti can use a Taylor screen, having a nice, already 7 points in the fourth quarter. Make that 9.
Beautiful shot from Conti. She's having a ball out there.
Burrows, cross-court pass. Well, great take. Great aggressive take for Clark. She's up to 4. As these Perth Lynx youngsters continue to fight it out. Conti just hands it back over to Pizzi for 3. And they have eaten from the three-point line all night. That's their 15th of the night. She's got 8. The lead is 42. And the Flyers bench continue to get the job done. And defensively as well. As Clark just...
Clearly an offensive foul. A little bit of frustration there, I think.
42-point lead. O'Neill guarded by Burrows. Finds Pizzi. Found the net last time. This one back-ironed it. Long rebound to O'Neill. And Southside again can continue to get extra possessions. 25 second chance points tonight for the Flyers. So their ability to hit the offensive glass has led to points. Clinch Oikard can't get it done. Jerry on the rebound. Looks ahead. Great pass, Taylor. There's that left-hand layup you wanted from Blitzarves earlier, Tracy Browning.
Yeah, that was great running of the lanes there by Taylor. Pushed it up the floor. I think it actually might have been Steph Blitzarves I asked.
I think it might have been too.
Layup,
You're right.
In case they watch this later and they have a go at me. Yeah.
Sharp for 3. O'Neill, Jerry, 3, off. Fight for the pill. We're going to see a jump ball, which isn't, of course, a jump ball. It's a possession arrow, and it will go to...
That's great to see that hustle and aggression from Perth Lynx when there's such a big margin in the game.
And it led to a possession to them with the arrow pointing near end. Taya Burrows takes a seat. Williams comes back on. Straight into the action. Fouled by Conti. And into the bonus. First is down, and you spoke about it, Trace. The fact is that they're young and they're getting opportunities, but when they've come on the floor, not, as she nails both, not necessarily saying they've set the world on fire, although they've been good. The fact is the confidence they have is a huge sign that they're doing the right things at the Perth Lynx, even though the scoreboard may not reflect it tonight.
Yeah, you're right. And sometimes they may not have made the right decisions, but at least they're making them. They're getting out there. They're getting things done. They're taking shots, taking chances on D, and that's all a coach can ask for from a young player.
O'Neill continues her nice night. She's got 6. Great pass from Williams. Again, being able to get into the key. So not only has she got great handles, her floor vision is great. That time was able to find Edwards in a little pick and roll. She's a very nice passer, Trace.
That would have come off if Saray Taylor hadn't have quickly moved on the help defence, which is what we've spoken about all night. But yeah, that was a great little pass.
First one is down for Edwards. Busy with the rebound, that's her 3rd. Conti, O'Neill, 3. Looked good from where we were. We're almost right behind her, but again, offensive rebound. We'll give them another opportunity.
That's a beautiful drive there by Conti.
29 second chance points. Of 16 offensive rebounds, they have continually just run this score up. This time it's Taylor. Pizzi on a little bounce pass, and there's the turnovers again, 22-7, coupled with the offensive rebounds that the Flyers have been able to dominate all night.
Yep.
And there is another one, the hands of O'Neill. Picks her moment, great move.
Fantastic shot by O'Neill.
And gets a hand on it almost. And this is the big thing for Southside, as you touched on earlier. Here we go, look back at the replay, didn't know where to go, was going to fall over. Clark had done all the hard work.
Well done, Amy O'Neill. And that's the thing, these kids are coming in and they're just going to have their moment, have a crack, and they've all done that tonight.
Sharp's got 10. Worked hard all night. 10 points, 4 rebounds. It was a 10-point lead halfway through the first quarter for the Lynx. As Conti gives a little showtime, here's O'Neill. Nice little pass. Pizzi underneath. The lead is now 46. Burrows is going to dribble it out. No shot clock, no shot, not Burrows. Williams, sorry, and it is done. On what has been in the end a fairly regulation win for the Southside Flyers, led by Liz Cambage with 21 points. Darcy Garvin had 24 for the Lynx, but in the end, a huge win. 46 for the Southside Flyers, and they go 4-1 in the 2020 Chemist Warehouse WNBL season, and able to get, again, player management you touch on, some key rest for some of their high-profile players we expect to play big minutes if you head towards the playoff run.
Yeah, and like most teams, most teams would be carrying little niggly injuries, and that would have been fantastic for Cheryl to be able to make some rotations there, get the bench players in, get the starters out, give them a rest, particularly, Liz Cambage, Jenna O'Hea, the more experienced campaigners, and look at, I'm sure Cheryl will be very, very happy with that result.
The players are fairly happy. There you go. Beck Cole leading the hands in. A little bit of ice on Liz Cambage's ankle there, but it's a team and it's a season, Tracy. You had to, if you're having moving parts, you're having new parts, you had to pick it up pretty quickly so you don't drop many games. And Southside, why a lot of their core was the core from last year that went all the way to the championship series. The fact is there are a couple of new additions and very high profile need the ball additions, but they've been able to pick it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, they have, and it was always going to take time when Liz came into the team to adjust to her being there. And also, like other teams, there was very limited preparation. Leilani Mitchell was over in the WNBA. She had to quarantine when she came back, same with Liz, so they didn't really have a lot of time together as a full unit. So it's a credit to them to be able to pick it up after, the first couple of games. They started out slowly and sluggishly, but they've certainly got their act together tonight, and what a great win.
And you would probably, based on what we've seen so far in the first 5 games, you'd say they've got better each and every game. I know their first win of the season was pretty big as well, but you can continually, and you watch them closer than most, they have continually improved as a group.
Yeah, they have, and I think what I've liked tonight, and also on Thursday night was the fact that they had 4 or 5 contributors. They shared the points, they shared the ball around. And as you see, it's a team game, and you can't rely on Liz to score 30 every game because that's not going to happen. But yeah, it was a great team effort tonight.
21 for Cambage, 20 for Cole. Blitzarv's had 19, that's Sarah. 24 for Darcy Garvin, who we spoke about at half-time. She had 18 in the first half. 13 for Ebsbury, who was really good. 11 in the first half for her. Sharp had 10. On the Perth Lynx, we talk about how young they are, but the fact is, again, the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but that effort that they continue to talk about needs to stay for the full 40 minutes, but it's not always that easy when you are relatively young in parts.
Yeah, and look, they did an incredible job in that first quarter to get a 10-point lead. And, Garvin, Ebsbury and Sharp, they're sort of, you could say, veteran players in the team. They did a fantastic job, and I think, like you said earlier, the turnovers probably told a bit of the story. And Flyers just wore them down. They just couldn't compete over 4 quarters with the Flyers' incredible depth, and I think that told the story at the end of the day.
As we have a look at the second half highlights, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Chia Batoni, there you go. She really stopped the rot because Southside started this third quarter in great nick, and Beck Cole had 10 points in the quarter, a couple of threes. She was able to get to the foul line there and have the 3-point play. And while there was some moments, as that one there from Emma Clark, the very fact is, this is what we've seen from Southside, their ability to be able to find open shots. And when they're leaving the Coles of the world, when you're leaving Jenna O'Hayes, Cole's able to be aggressive there with the little confidence-driven 15-footer off the dribble. A team this talented can't continue to get wide open looks. Rachel Jarry, 2-time Olympian, off the bench, bang. It's very hard to stop them when they get on this type of run, this type of mood. Clydesdale and Diego Blitzarvs, who had 19 tonight, was able to just get on that roll as well. And Cheryl Chambers spoke about it, about not always just settling for the 3 straight away, but to be able to get inside. Monconti uses her speed and was able to find Fizzy there. And then if she's not distributing, she's pulling up. She had a great night as well, Monconti, off the bench. She had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in only 14 minutes time. And Amy O'Neill there, again, the aggression and the confidence these players coming off the bench, Tracy, must be a huge bit of relief for any coaching staff when your bench come in and play like this.
Yeah, look, Cheryl will be loving that. And I think too, in that third quarter, when the Flyers picked up their offence, that was actually, you could probably attribute that to they started to play more pressure D, more aggressive D. And when we all know, when you play pressure D, the offence flows from that. So that third quarter told the story.
It did, and it led to a 46-point win for the Flyers. They go to 4-1 on the season. One of their stars. We spoke about her third quarter, 10 points in the third quarter, really when the game was well and truly broken open. We speak of Beck Cole, and she joins us now. Beck, nice little Saturday night in Cairns. Nice job.
Luke.
What are you doing?
Thank you. Not much. I think that's Tracy Browning I here too.
It is.
What's up, guys? I hope Melbourne's treating you well.
Well, probably not as well as right now as you are. 46-point win. You're in a beautiful part of the world, and things are clicking along nicely early in the season.
Yeah, it really is. We definitely haven't hit our peak yet, but I think we're just gelling together as a group, and today we really wanted to focus on our defence. So we weren't happy with our first quarter. We really thought we got it together in the second quarter, and then we were able to get our bench on. And look what they produced in that last quarter. That was pretty basketball.
Congratulations, Beck. Fantastic win. You had a little bit of a scare with your ankle last game. How's that feeling tonight? Obviously, you played a great game, but how's it going?
Yeah, it's all good. It was just, as you know, this sort of basketball and the hub and what we're doing, we haven't been able to do a lot on our body. So it's just getting used to that every day. You know how it is. Recovery, gym, getting strong. As long as I can go out there and help my team, you know I'll be on the court, Trace.
Hey, just on that, Beck, because we've often spoke a lot about the fact that, like, sometimes in Australian basketball, both men's and women's, you're professional trainers, you practice a lot more than games. How much are you enjoying this? Hey, one day off and you're back into it the next day.
I am absolutely loving it. I love playing. If I could play every single day, I would. So it's definitely a changer, but it's awesome being able to play every second day, get better and better, and doing what we love. We're so lucky that the Queensland government have been able to get us a hub to play in, and we're so lucky that our sponsors back home, Metal Text, Projector and Jayco, have been able to, you know, get us through this hard pre-season and get us up here in Queensland doing what we love most.
Beck, I was speaking to Shez yesterday and she told me that you guys needed to work on your defence, your team defence. So obviously she had a bit of a stern chat to you at half-time, it seems. Can you remember what she said?
Do better was pretty much the motto of it. We needed intensity, so that started from the guards in the backcourt. Amy Clydesdale did such a great job doing that. I decided to actually step up my game as well, and then it just came from it. It was hard switching on balls, making it hard for them to shoot outside. So once we have intensity, our game just goes to another level. So as we get trust with each other, I think you'll see that we'll just get better and better defensively, because we're so tall and athletic. It needs to be an asset of ours.
Lastly, Beck, before we let you go, what's it like playing in a Bunnings?
Okay, so what I said after, I was like, there better be a sausage sizzle happening up in this Bunnings, because, well, it's not Bunnings without a sausage sizzle, but it's a great stadium. Fans are here, you know, playing in front of people. We absolutely love that. And it's actually a really awesome facility. So excited to be in Cairns for the next 2.5 weeks.
Brilliantly done. 46-point win tonight for the girls. 20 points for yourself. We spoke about our third quarter just before you joined us, and you were brilliant. And rest, recovery, ice bath, put something on the gram, waterfalls or whatever you were looking at yesterday, and we'll see you back on the court sometime real soon.
Thanks, guys. And love you, Melbourne. Hope you're doing good down in Vic.
She's a superstar. Beck Cole, 20 points tonight. Big win for Southside. And I think, I'm assuming she speaks for every single player in the WNBL. And to be fair, probably the NBL when she says, I wish we could play every day and play more than we practice.
Oh, look, as we spoke about before the game, like this is heaven for a player. Like playing one day, rest another day. You might get a couple of back-to-backs in there as well, but it's perfect.
It is, and Southside Flyers were pretty much perfect tonight outside the first 4 or 5 minutes, where the Lynx led by 10. In the end, they were paced by Liz Cambage's 21 points, and they win by 46. They go to 4-1 on the season, and it wraps up what has been the second game of our triple header. But wherever you are, right around Australia, round two.
Of round two.
I believe so, round two. Wherever you are, might be around Australia. I can tell you this, if it's round 2, round 3, round 1, there's another very good game coming. The Flames and the Caps only moments away. We'll speak to you very shortly.